Hey guys, it's me Ishita, and today I have something different for you guys. I'm going to be doing a reading challenge. This is the first one that I'm doing. How this works is that I'm going to be reading some of the phrases or questions that are given in this challenge, and I'm going to answer these questions with the book that most relates to the phrase, a book that I've read. So you'll understand more as we go into the challenge. So I have all these questions here on my laptop. So let's begin. Okay, the first question or the first phrase is a book that is becoming a movie in 2019. For this one, I'm gonna have to go with Nicola Yoon's Sun is Also a Star. Now, this book was released as a movie on May 16th, 2019, and I still haven't gotten around to seeing this movie, but I really want to. And well, I hope this movie is as good as the book is. Well, who am I kidding? The books are always better, but who knows, maybe this movie has done well. So I've done a full book review for this one, and if you want to know more about the story or the book, do check it out. I'll leave the link in the screen. Question number 2. A book that makes you nostalgic. Okay, definitely Percy Jackson by Rick Riordan. Now, I read this book when I was in 9th grade, and this was the first book that I've ever read, and this is the reason that this whole shelf is filled with books. So yes, every time I read this book, I go back in my 9th grade when I first started reading. This book will always have a special place in my heart for that. Third, a book you think should be turned into a movie. Okay, this was my first thought after reading this book. All Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Such a beautiful book, and if you want to know more about the story, I have done a full book review for this one. I'll leave the link on the screen, so do check it out. A book with a plant in the title or cover. For this I have The Room on the Roof 60th Anniversary Edition by Ruskin Bond. So although I have not read this book as yet, but I have read Ruskin Bond's autobiography, and in that book he tells about the story that inspired him to write this book, The Room on the Roof, and it was one of his first novels that he ever wrote, and that's why it's a really special book and has a special mention in Ruskin Bond's autobiography. So I have read that, and I'll consider knowing the story of this one, so that's why I'm including this book. And you can see here it has a few flowers and a few leaves. So this is a plant and this is a window, so with flower or plant on the cover, this one would be my choice. Fifth, a reread of a favorite book. Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist. I read this book in one sitting. I could not just keep this one down. It's a fast-paced runner, and it's such a beautiful story. It is a reread worthy because every time that I reread it, it gives me a new meaning and a new suggestion and advice of sorts. I think this book grows with its readers. So that's why Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist, and I'm not going to disclose anything about this book because for this one you should go into it without knowing anything, and that's when you'll enjoy it the most. And the sixth is a book you meant to read in 2019. I'll have to go with David Ebershoff's The Danish Girl. I should have read this book a long time back when I actually bought it. It was meant to be read in 2018, but due to my various exams and whatnot, I couldn't finish it. So it has carried on to now 2019, and I plan to finish it in this year. The book is amazing and very beautifully written, and it's like such books are needed in our society for us to grow as a community. So I'm not going to disclose the whole story because I've not read the whole story. I am like 3/4 done with the book, but it's a book about a man who identifies as a woman and his struggles and his journey and undying support of his wife. So it's a very interesting story. You should read it. So that's a book that should have been finished in 2018, but And seventh question is a book with an item of clothing on the cover. I'll be choosing Not Without My Daughter by Betty Mahmoodi for this one. Now, this book has a woman wearing a burqa and you can only see her eyes. So I will choose this one because this is a clothing, and this is a very important story where a woman struggles to help her child and win freedom for them both. And this cover says a lot about the book. Now, as you can see, her whole face is hidden, but you can see her eyes. So it means that even if you keep me hid, my eyes can see all and they can say everything that they have seen. So I will not remain silent. I will fight. So you can see the fierce look in her eyes. So that's why I'm going with this book, Not Without My Daughter. A book inspired by mythology. Menka's Choice by Kavita Kane. The cover is absolutely gorgeous and sensuous. This book is the story of the Apsara Menka. How beauty does not guarantee happiness. So it's Kavita Kane's Menka's Choice, and it's a definite read for all the lovers of mythology and feminism. A book told from multiple point of views. This means when a book is narrated through various characters. So I personally love this style of writing, and a book that I've read with multiple point of views is Heroes of Olympus by Rick Riordan. So this one right here, Heroes of Olympus, deals with Roman mythology in the contemporary world, and this book deals with multiple point of views. And yeah, a book that takes place in a single day, obviously Dan Brown. Okay, for this one I'm gonna have to go with all these books right here. Yeah, all these books, not this one of course, all these books, Dan Brown books. Now Dan Brown is one of the writers that keeps you on your toes all throughout the reading. Now his books mostly take place in 1 to 2 days and it's finished. So I'm not sure if it takes place in 1 day or 2 days, but yeah. And I have also done a full review why you should read Dan Brown, so I'll leave a link to that. Please check it out. A debut novel. Okay, I read Immortals of Meluha by Amish, which was his debut novel. For that we have Meluha, The Immortals of Meluha. It is a debut novel by Amish where it all began. It's the first book of Shiva trilogy, follows the story of the god we pray today, Shiva, in a humanized version of the story. A book about a family. Okay, Alex Rutherford's Empire of Mughal. As you can see, these are the books by Alex Rutherford, the Empire of the Mughal series. These follow the story of the Mughal emperors starting from Babur to Aurangzeb. So yeah, it follows all the great Mughal emperors and they are a family lineage. So I'm gonna have to go with these books right here. A book written by an author from Asia and South America. Okay, well, from Asia, all of my Indian authors of course, but the two that I would like to include in this category: Crazy Rich Asian by Kevin Kwan and Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alvarez Sanz. So as you can see, the title says it all, and this one, Aristotle and Dante, is a book about two characters that discover who they really want to be, and this is a coming of age book. And this one right here is like about super rich Singapore families. And Crazy Rich Asians is also a movie now. I have not seen this one also, but I do love the colorful cover of this one and I'm gonna see it soon. A book that includes a wedding. Okay, I'll go with Forest of Enchantment, which is a classic retelling of Ramayana by Sita's point of view, and it includes the auspicious and beautiful wedding of Ram and Sita. Although I could have chosen this book for the plants on the cover because it has lots of plants on its cover, but I wanted to talk about this one in a separate question, and I also wanted to talk about this one, so I've chosen this here. Now, Forest of Enchantment by Chitra Banerjee Divakarani. Okay, a book with 2 words in the title, Lanka's Princess by Kavita Kane. So that's it for this reading challenge. I hope you liked it as much as I liked shooting it. And if you want a book review for any of these books that I've talked about, please let me know in the comments below. You can also DM me through Instagram, which I've opened recently for this channel only. And if you like this video, do like, subscribe and share with your friends and family. So with that, it's Ishita signing off. Keep reading, keep watching.